Okay, we're live. Hi, it's Vittoria with @Properties, and I am here this evening with Celia Parrot from
Hi.
Feathered Homes. She is my stager extraordinaire, and we are going to be talking about her top 5 staging secrets, and then some kind of design trends for 2019, which everybody loves. I am here now in Celia Parrot's beautifully redesigned what was a closet, like a, what do you call sitting?
Well, it was a sitting room.
So it was a sitting
Yes.
room that served no purpose because
Turned into a dressing room.
a dressing room. Yay, dressing room. So she has this beautiful mercury glass. She had all this, an amazing counter which you can't really see, and
With a bench
with
seating.
quartz and a bench seating and drawers, and it is absolutely stunning.
Every girl's dream.
For sure, every girl's
Yeah.
dream. So if you have some space in your house that you're not sure what to do with, let me tell you, a dressing room is the way
Fantastic.
to go. So you can call Celia.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, now we're gonna get down to business. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, so basically we are gonna go through the top 5 staging secrets. What kind of secrets do you have to share with us tonight,
Well, we're only going to
Celia?
share a few.
Only a couple. Only a couple.
The first thing we'd love to do in staging is bring oversized art to a space. You know, as a realtor, you bringing a buyer to 5, 10 houses.
Right.
Wouldn't it be exciting for them to have a home that is more memorable? Because in the living room there was a huge piece of art with an octopus on it, and they would remember that. It makes a lasting impression. So that's one of the things that we try to do in staging.
It feels kind of dead wall space too sometimes,
exactly.
right?
And it's more dramatic to have a life-size piece of art.
One giant piece of art versus a lot of little tiny ones.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Next is minimalism. Let's face it, we all have a room that might have a bit of granny in it. We all like to collect.
Yes,
we have things that are handed down through generations, and as lovely as they are.
Hi, Bill Watson.
Hi, Bill Watson.
Our photographer. Hi.
As much as we like to have collected and save them in their great memories, it's kind of time to put that away when you're getting house ready to be sold. You don't want it. It just looks like
the
clutter.
tchotchkes.
Yeah, tchotchkes. Looks like clutter.
Yeah. So hide those tchotchkes. And I always say pack it away, right? Because the more you do ahead of time before you're ready to sell your house, the easier it will be once you get to that point where you've got a contract and then you're panicking because you got to get out of there in 45 days, right?
And you're packing anyway, so pack
Good
before. Pack before you get it on the market. It's less for you to do later on. Next is, and this is kind of curious to people, people are used to putting all their furniture against the wall. I call it they're under arrest. Everything is in a lineup against the wall.
Oh, lineup.
So what we like to do, and Victoria's been part of this, and some of the homes we just staged a house for her on Kitty Hawk, is that you pull furniture away from the walls. It doesn't need to, it could be floating. It doesn't need to be on a wall. It could be floating. It could be at an angle. It's more interesting. It looks really cool. When
it's cozier too, right? Like
it's more inviting.
It is, right.
Yes.
More inviting. So when you're sitting down and having whatever coffee with someone or chatting with someone, it's a lot more like you said,
and
inviting.
As Bill Watson would know, it makes the room more inviting and more easy to photograph.
Photogenic. Can a room be photogenic?
Yes, absolutely. Next, and a lot of people have a hard time with this, is removing heavy drapery and valance.
Ooh.
When you buy a house, you want to see the view. And if you have these heavy curtains, and some are beautiful, they've spent tons of money on it.
Thousands of dollars.
Right,
some of these.
But you need to showcase what people are wanting to see. You want to look out and see the beautiful front lawn, or you want to look out in the backyard and through, from the family room windows and see beautiful yard. And
you also want to notice the accessory, or the what the home has to offer. So if you're stuck on these heavy drapes and everything, it kind of can take away from the positive aspects of a room.
Right, and you want the light to filter into the space and make it more interesting and more, you see beautiful trim work around the windows, and when it's all covered and heavy, it's just not appealing. And
so we like to remove heavy drapery and valances. So would you say it's better to have nothing, or are we then substituting?
I say it's better to have nothing.
Okay.
In a big picture window, I think it's better just to showcase how beautiful the outside is. Bring the outside in, if you will. One of the last things is showcase your entryway.
Oh.
people forget about this.
Right.
The entry,
the first thing people see.
And the entryway is someone coming to your house, and your house is saying hello to them. Yeah. And if it's not inviting, they walk up, they see overgrown shrubbery, nothing's well manicured, they see a wreath on the door from Christmas, it's March.
Right. Still has some Christmas lights up for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that that's important to make the entryway inviting, outside as well as inside.
Okay. Fresh flowers.
Fresh flowers. Have a beautiful pot that you could get, all year round. There's flowers. Yeah, seasonal flowers.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive.
Right.
Of course, our go-to is Costco. We go there and we buy a $29 pot that's huge, and it
makes a
fills
huge
up.
impact.
Yes, absolutely. So those are the 5 secrets. If you want more, you'll have to talk to me personally.
Well, we have Trupti Gokani on. Hi, Trupti. Thanks for joining us. So she said one of the first things that they did when they moved into their house was they removed all the drapes.
Huge difference.
All the drapes.
Yes.
Actually, I kind of did the same thing too.
Yes.
I didn't actually even put any back. Like,
no,
we have blinds in our rooms, and that's it. I like
blinds.
just clean and simple.
Sure, I do, because it's a bedroom and you want privacy.
Right. Okay, so Leah would like to know, what is the advantage of hiring a home stager?
Well, you only get one chance to make a first impression. And as Vittoria knows, the population of buyers nowadays are looking online first before they even step foot in your house.
Absolutely.
So you need to make a good first impression. So hire a stager, make sure every room shines, make sure that, stagers such as myself work really well with the photographers, make sure that everything's in perfect position. And a lot of times, even when the photographer's here, we're scooching around things and, oh, wait, I don't like how that looks. And so I think it's important that you get things in place before people come into your home. And that's the biggest part of staging, is getting things ready. It makes it more inviting for the buyer. The buyer wants to see the house. The buyer wants to they've done studies, and buyers want to spend more time in a house that's beautifully staged and beautifully decorated than a house that is vacant or a house that is cluttered, or, I could go on and on.
Right, because if the buyer spends more time in your home, then they're getting the feel and the jive, and they're able to see their family there more so than they're going in and out really quick. And then I just want to interject that, so when somebody hires me, as part of what I offer my clients is Celia. I pay for her services to come through, and I feel like it makes an enormous difference in me selling my listings a lot faster and for a lot more money, right?
A lot more money.
What's
I have
stats?
The stats for you. The National Association of Realtors have done studies, and 62% of selling agents, realtors, believe that a staged home sells quicker than an unstaged home. And 49% of buyers agents believe that a house that's staged sells for more money. So numbers don't lie.
For sure. It's for sure true.
And I always say this, and we've talked about this a lot, people are so hung up on, oh, I'm taking money and I'm using it for staging, but the first price reduction is far greater than what you would pay a stager. or removing these heavy items or storing things or getting rid of the drapery. Like, those costs can be very minimal compared to, the average price reduction, depending on a home, can be anywhere from $10,000 upwards. Absolutely.
$25,000 sometimes. Right. So, okay, $2,500 on getting it ready, or $25,000 later. Like, you do the math, right?
Exactly. Absolutely. And, we are involved in every aspect of it. We come in and we preview the property. The preview property part of it is complimentary. We come in and we make a plan, and, then get everything ready. And on staging day, we come equipped with our art and our accessories and our soft linens and whatever else, small furniture pieces, large furniture pieces if we need to rent from a furniture rental company.
Right.
And
which we've done that before. I had a $1.2 million house in Glenview, and the owners left quite a bit of their furniture, but they removed the master bedroom, which is kind of a big deal.
Master bedrooms, cell house, master bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, cell houses.
So we work with Celia, and she had her furniture place deliver this extraordinarily beautiful, simple, clean, crisp. What did we get? We got a bed, nightstand, and a dresser. And I think you brought a chair or something. And I mean, what a difference it
makes a huge difference.
Because also people, when there's furniture in a room, and it doesn't have to be every single room, but just the key rooms, it looks bigger, because when a room is empty, and I've had buyers say this to me, it looks small. There's nothing to compare it to. There's no
question.
perspective.
She's on that question.
Okay.
Leah.
Oh, there we
Leah.
go. Okay.
We were just going to talk about that, Leah. Hi,
okay.
Leah.
So Leah wants to know, are there specific rooms that, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that we stage or the whole home?
Good question. You can, of course, stage the whole home. You don't need to. I don't believe it's necessary. Key rooms that we stage are living room, dining room, kitchen, family room, and master bedroom, and master bath, and maybe some auxiliary bathrooms. But the guest bedrooms,
not necessarily. Even the kids' rooms. I mean, kids are kids, and a majority of the people that move have kids or had kids, and it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
in the basements, not so much.
Sometimes, I mean,
some tweaks. She can tweak it in the basement.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
like she'll tweak things.
And we are very good, as Vittoria's witness, we are very good about repurposing furniture and accessories
that the homeowner already has.
Yeah, so we might find a chair in the family room and think, oh, I don't really like that there. It's not going to show well. So let's bring it up to the master bedroom. Let's put a little side table next to it and a pretty lamp and a throw blanket and a throw pillow, and already you have a little vignette.
It's true. So I have a listing in Sauganash, in Sauganash. And the living room, they just never got to because they were, waiting to get the exact right pieces, and they just want to throw anything in there. But it was, when you walk in, that's one of the first things you see. So I was like, Celia, we need to do something with this living room. And the homeowner had some beautiful chairs in a different part of the home, in the office, I think it was.
It was upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah, like a little den area.
Like the bonus room or whatever. So they were leather. We took them down. We brought them into the living room. She grabbed a beautiful
an ottoman, like a bench ottoman.
Right, and put some blankets and a lamp, and I'll tell you, just by like doing that alone, it changed the room.
Makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
And again, that's easy, and guess what? It doesn't cost anyone any money because you're just taking what's there and repurposing it, and that's, I think, my specialty.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely your specialty. She'll take some really cool stuff that a homeowner might have that's antique or kind of funky and different, and like showcase it, and it could be like a showstopper. And that's what's really neat too, because it's not cookie cutter.
Right.
It doesn't look like, when you have a home stage, it's not like
every other home,
every other house, or every other showroom you're going to walk into.
Absolutely.
Well,
and sometimes we've been, lucky enough to have some really interesting pieces, even like patio pieces, a centerpiece that was really used for an outdoor use, and we brought it into the dining room. Of course, we protected the furniture, but it just makes it more funky and more interesting. And again, just like a large piece of art that's more memorable, if somebody sees a large piece of an architectural
wrought iron,
piece
something
that's on the dining room table, they're going to remember, oh, remember that house with the cool wrought iron sphere on the dining room table?
Yep.
It's all about making it a memorable event when they come into the home.
Yeah, and that's 100%. We have some other questions here. Okay, so hold on, let me just see. So we also, does a home require all over the staging or just focus on certain rooms? You got to that. So Stephanie wants to know, I need help with seating and a layout for a small, tiny living room. What do you recommend for that?
Well,
tiny furniture?
Well, there is such a thing as apartment-sized furniture. Okay, absolutely.
I was joking. I didn't know that.
But there is. A lot of stores have that actual terminology when shopping. But a living room, if it's going to be
family room function, living family, I think.
I think it's important to have smaller scale furniture. So maybe in a living room you can't put per se a sectional, but why couldn't you put a love seat and 2 chairs and a really interesting ottoman / coffee table, so you have extra seating, but yet you could use it as a coffee table with a tray on it. So a room doesn't have to be a sectional and this and that to make it a livable space. You have to make it appropriate for the space, the size of the space, in other words. Okay. So smaller pieces, absolutely. Smaller pieces, maybe a couple of large chairs with a couple of ottomans.
And that's it.
Right.
That's you don't need a sofa. So Steph, you could do a couple, for comfort and seating and all that. So
call me Stephanie.
Yeah, you could do a couple like really comfortable, awesome chairs with an ottoman, so that the ottomans can then also function as seating if you have people over.
Absolutely.
Or if you have a friend over and watch a movie and you all want to be lazy and use the ottoman for.
I even have in one room in my home, I have a large sofa table, and underneath the sofa table, I have beautifully decorated. It's a large table, like it goes behind. Typically, it goes behind the sofa.
Like a console table. Okay, got it. Sorry.
So under that, I have extra seating. I make it look like it's purposed to be there.
Yes, like ottomans and stuff.
Right.
I've seen that.
But then when I have my big holiday parties, I pull them all out, and that's where we have extra seating. So
awesome.
It's easy to get the right pieces. Sometimes it's hard to find it, but I think it's possible. Absolutely possible.
Great.
You don't need to have it just a
So I want to say hi to Amy Quitt, our neighbor. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. And then June Killian from Northbrook. What you doing? Way to present Northbrook. Okay, so Cindy has some questions about what are the hot wall colors right now. She said so many people still have the 2004 gold and green and red and need to update. I call those every shade of Tuscan.
Yes.
Now I'm Italian.
Yes.
So Celia, we love Tuscan and we love all that. It was a really big trend for a long time.
Yes.
Kind of beyond that now, and I think it hurts, home sale, and when you walk in, it's every shade of Tuscan.
Well, and here's another reason why, and we've talked about this, Vittoria and I. We have lots of conversations, in-depth conversations.
We do.
When a buyer's coming into a home and you see a Tuscan red and a Tuscan gold ceiling and whatnot, and we all had that. I had it.
Oh yeah, I did too.
They're looking
yellow
at
kitchen.
Right. They're looking at dollar signs. They're looking at, I love this
house,
house,
cost
but now I have to paint every room. So one of the things we talk about in staging is spending a little money up front on paint.
Least expensive,
neutralizing.
The most bang for your buck.
Absolutely. Wow. So in the staging world, we're still seeing a lot of the grays. Right. And I have an arsenal of grayish colors that we use. Some lean more toward cooler grays. Some are more warmer, taupey grays. But that really is what we're seeing a lot of still. As far as accent walls, people are leaning away from accent walls anymore. Like 2019, one of the things that is a big no-no is an accent wall. Like we all had a wall, like I want to do this wall navy. No. So they're not doing that anymore. Streamline.
Got it.
Every wall matches, and it makes it just
it makes it feel
more
bigger.
Current too.
It's cleaner. It's more current. And then, like you said, a buyer's not moving in or looking at the home, seeing dollar bills flying around because they have to paint everything. Bill wants to know how we contact Vittoria or Celia. We'll put links at the end of this. Thank you, Bill. At the end of this Facebook Live. So Leah wants to just in general, besides paint, what are other trends that we're seeing for home design in 2019? Yes.
So we are all about the light and bright white kitchens. We've all have painted our cabinets a light white color. And that's beautiful, and it's still in fashion. Mm-hmm. However, brace yourselves.
I know.
Brace yourself.
Damn it.
We're seeing a resurgence of black cabinetry, not high gloss, matte black cabinetry. Along with that, we're seeing vintage lighting. And Vittoria will now view my house later after we're done with this, because I just updated all of our lights.
Maybe I'll take some pictures of our lighting and I'll post it for you guys, because I'm obsessed with light fixtures.
I am too. I just finished the whole entire house project.
That's so exciting. So by vintage, you mean like brass or gold or mixed?
Antique brass really is what they're showing now. It's really attractive, and the pieces are, even though they're clean lines, they're they're more interesting.
Yeah.
We're doing away more of the chromes and the polished chrome, and
although you've told me that you can mix metals.
Absolutely. I prefer that.
So what does that look like? So I'm just going around your house to see a bunch of different metals that you potentially, like how would that work so it doesn't look like it's mismatched? Right.
In a kitchen, you might have, we all have stainless steel appliances. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have stainless steel appliances, possibly antique brass cabinet hardware. Maybe your island fixture has a little bit of everything, or it doesn't have any metal at all. It's a high gloss white globe that's still very attractive. So you can mix your elements that way, and I think it makes it more interesting to see different pieces like that. It's not again, it's not cookie cutter. It's
So Cindy's freaking out. Black, no. Yeah. I get it. No, I totally get it. But Kitchen of the Year, like two or 3 years ago, was black cabinets, matte, with everyone loves their dark floors or gray floors now, but it was a light blonde wood. I want to kill myself, right? Because my whole kitchen is white cabinets and dark floors. Now I got to go the opposite. I'm not going to do it. At least not right now.
Not right now.
But it's kind of fun. It changes things up. So how long do you see trends last?
It depends. This
gray thing, I feel like, has been around for a while now.
Yes. Gray has been around a while, and I'm not so sure that the black will catch on as quickly as all the white cabinetry caught on.
I agree.
You know, I think that the more trendy areas, not that living in Glenview is not a trendy area, but, you know, the younger, more, you know,
like in the
metropolitan areas
yeah.
are going to embrace that much more than I think the suburbanites. Sorry,
right,
everybody.
Right, for sure.
I just feel like that's probably where the trends
are more
are
like classic, modern but classic.
Exactly.
Right.
And some things are timeless. You know, lighter cabinets are timeless. I have a black island. I didn't know that was going to come back in fashion. So
see,
there you go.
Ahead of her time already.
White cabinets.
How long did you do black island? Like 5 years?
11 years ago.
Oh my, no.
Yes, 11 years ago. 11 years ago.
So, and let's talk cabinets for 2 seconds, okay? Because you and I have sort of, I feel like, really opened the path for people to have their cabinets professionally painted, right? So we know kitchen cabinets are so crazy expensive.
Oh, to replace?
Crazy.
Oh,
like we're talking $30,000 for, you know, like it's stupid.
Or more.
Well, right, probably base, right?
Right.
It's crazy. So we've started this, and we've gotten some amazing worksmen and craftsmen that now can professionally spray kitchen cabinets.
Yes, and what they
I had mine done.
Yes, and so did I, and several of our neighbors.
So explain the
clients.
process in case people are afraid.
Right.
My client was like, "I'm afraid.
And
Why would I do that?"
Don't be afraid. It's
best thing in the world.
It takes a little bit of time, but it's the best thing I think I've ever done. So what it requires, or what it entails, is that they come to your home, they remove your doors and drawers from the boxes of the cabinets. And those go to their warehouse off-site, and they are sprayed.
Well, or I will say, my guy sometimes will do it in the garage. If it's weather appropriate and you can do it, he'll do it in the garage.
And then the boxes, like in my kitchen.
So the box means the inside, the guts,
guts,
which are usually all the same color.
Yes.
They're like a lighter wood.
Yes.
Or sometimes a darker wood if it's a dark cabinet. But those are all the same. We don't spray those.
We don't spray those.
It's only the outside.
It's only the outside. And in my kitchen, for example, what I did was I removed all the hardware because I decided, well, if I'm going to paint them, I'm going to do something different. So instead of doing knobs, I did pulls, and instead of pulls, you do knobs, and vice versa. And then they caulk the hole
before they spray.
Yes, absolutely.
So
it took about a week, and it was done.
About a week. It's seamless, and the way that they do it, they use special paint too, so it's chip proof. Not to say it's not going to chip ever, but it's really strong.
Especially when they're spraying it, they use a special catalyst into the paint that makes it cure faster, and that's all about curing it faster. Otherwise it becomes tacky and it's a disaster.
Well, and they also, so our guys will sand, prime, sand again, spray, sand, spray, and then seal.
Tack cloth.
Seal, and the whole thing. So it's a whole process. I would say it's imperative to get some, regular painter. And my guy loved my regular painter, but he's like, I can't do that. My regular painter can't do it. It's specific type of painter that knows how to work.
And a refinisher, like the guy that did mine was a cabinet and furniture refinisher, and that's why all mine went to the warehouse. Right.
And honestly, like, it's a fraction of the cost. I want to say, on average, for my Glen houses, it's between $6,000 and $8,000.
Absolutely.
Compared to 50, you know what I'm saying, to replace them. Plus, it's a shame. Don't put those things in the landfill. The cabinets are still really good quality.
There's nothing wrong with them.
They're just dated on the finishes.
And let's talk about this. All the colors of the rainbow, like the Benjamin Moore fan deck that we all have gotten over the years.
Yeah.
Any color.
Oh, they can pick any color.
Any color.
To spray your cabinet.
Exactly. So you're not stuck with, I don't want the true crisp white. I want a little bit more milky white. Any color. You want black, you want blue, you want gray.
With that. She's helped me and my clients pick specific shades of white, of course. But, you have a warmer home with browns in the granite and
or a cooler home.
Or cooler.
And some grays lend themselves to be more purple. Some grays lend themselves to be more green. So you have to be careful with that. And we are careful with that. I think that we've been very successful.
She's got a great eye. It's crazy how she can tell the various barely nuance between the whites. I'm like, I don't see the difference. I'm pretty good at it, but I still can't see the difference.
One of my many specialties.
Totally. Excuse me. Peppy Rios, hi, nice to see you. Excuse me.
We're talking too much.
Sorry, yeah. Peppy Rios would like to know if stainless steel appliances are still the way to go. Hi, Nicole, and hi, Imelda. So nice to see you guys.
You could also get into this as well. We're seeing a lot of the that black stainless.
It's like a black stainless. It's not black.
I feel like the homes in the upper, and we've gone to, house walks in Glencoe that are like
2
million, 5 million, 10
million.
million.
Yeah.
They still all do the stainless steel. I think that's just
timeless.
To say.
White, no bueno. White's not good. I mean, it really dates a home. In fact, I met with a new buyer today that's selling her house in Lincolnwood, Edgebrook area, and she's going to be like pushing the price a little bit. And she said, I have white appliances. I have great granite counters, really nice granite, but I have white appliances. What should I do? I was like, you need to go and get a package at Apt
and they're like $3,000.
And that's what I said. I said,
less.
Right. Yeah. And you have to replace it because and that's not the case for everybody. And I'm sure she had wished she had done it before she was going to put her house on the market so she could enjoy it.
Right.
But I do feel that in a certain level of price point, it's really important to have that stainless, and it really makes a difference. We're not going to tell all of our clients to run out and change your appliances to stainless. It's a very specific thing, but Peppy, if you want it and you want to enjoy it and love it before you sell your house, then do it. Because, even me, when I went to sell my first house we had in the Glen, I never got granite countertops because it was through the builder and it was stupid expensive. Yeah. And I always thought, I'm going to do more to my kitchen anyway. Well, 10 years later and 4 kids later and a lot of bills later, it never happened. Now, I knew I couldn't sell a $900,000 house without granite. So I went out, I got this stunning granite. My friends were like, oh my God, you got granite finally after 10 years and then you sold the house. So I didn't have a chance to enjoy it. Now, as soon as I moved to my new house, I did get it again. I got quartzite, but so enjoy it. Like if you want to do it now, so you can enjoy it.
And speaking, while we're on the topic of kitchen, then we're gonna maybe try to talk about a little bit of some of the 2019 home trends.
Yes, please.
We are seeing less of the super industrial kitchens. Like, there was a time where everybody wanted everything chef quality, chef grade, everything super large and like massive.
Commercial grade, like my Viking stove. Yes. I burned everything for I'm starting to run out of I'm low battery power people, so we're going to be ending soon. Sorry.
Well, anyway, we're looking more into more streamlined things for that.
Right.
And just a little bit about bedrooms, we're looking at...
So not as heavy in the commercial industrial, just a little bit more delicate.
A little more streamlined.
Okay.
As far as bedroom, like linens, we talk about this all the time. It's more of the extravagant linens are coming back, the velvets and the layered and really beautiful, as opposed to the cotton, more bland blends of fabric for your beds. So if you want to go shopping.
Yeah, but that's inexpensive to change. And it really can, like
home goods.
It's the
Buy
best.
It, next year you get another
overstock. One. I got my new bedspread.
And we're not
overstock.
Getting
no cuts from anybody. We're just
the last thing I wanted to touch on
before I run out of battery.
is when you're redoing a room, like you're gonna upgrade the furniture in your family room or your living room, try not to go to a store and buy the whole package. Like I want the couch, the love seat,
matches,
everything's matchy collection,
because that's old school.
That's old school. Go and have fun with it. Buy a piece from here, a piece from there, a piece online, a piece from an antique shop. I love when we mix old and new, and it just becomes interesting and more dramatic.
And it's your own then.
Yes, and you put it together.
Right, and people are sort of afraid of that sometimes, but that's Celia too. She doesn't just stage, she does redesign. So she has helped several of our clients after they move into a home and they don't know what to do, or they don't know how to make it, work, because it went from a Michelle and Tom, a townhome in Evanston to a single family house in Glenview. Like, oh my gosh, how do we make this work?
Right.
They hired Celia, and she did an amazing job to help them with the redesign. And and
a great bulk of my new clients come from my staging job. So I will stage a house, they sell their house, they love what I've done, they hire me for the next project, and that I call stage to live or redesign work. Yeah, because you're living there now, so it's a totally different thing.
You want, you don't have to sell or buy or whatever. If you want Celia to help you, and she's happy to. You got the Peppy got a new Samsung with a TV that's really fancy, but I like that. So I'm assuming it's grayish, or is it stainless? I would like to know. But so anyway, back to, we got a little distracted by Peppy that said he got the TV in the fridge. You don't have to be selling. Celia is happy to consult, and if you decide, hey, I'm sick of for us, we hadn't redone our master bedroom literally in 10 years. I was like, it's the last room in the house, and I wanted some help, and she can come in, linens, a couple chairs, new lamps, and boom, you have a brand new room. Maybe a little
art, some massive art.
Yeah, some massive art. So for sure,
statement piece for sure.
Right, absolutely. So thank you. Is there anything else to close?
No,
okay. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm running out of battery, so we have to wrap up.
Thank you, everybody that wrote in.
If there's anything that we didn't touch on that you guys have questions on, please feel free to send us a private message or a text. We'll have this we'll have this Facebook Live on both of our websites, so you guys can watch it if you wish. And
I know I will.
Yeah, right. And so again, thanks for joining us, Vittoria with That Properties, Celia Parrot from Feather Homes, and appreciate you joining us this evening.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you
Good
next
night,
week.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Good night.